Christine from It Works Global. I have this handsome man model, Manny, with me tonight to be our product tester for you guys. Tonight, we are going to be testing the Ultimate Body Applicator Wraps. Yay! Also known as those crazy wrap things. I think it's really important to keep in mind that we are not just putting wraps on Manny today. Do you want to say anything special before we start?
Yeah, I've really incorporated a better diet, less starches and sugars, more exercise. So that's going to definitely be a big help, but of course the wraps are going to be the things that take away the inches. So.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for sharing on your side of things, but we really have a couple of things that we also think are very important today. Obviously, you want to do this the right way if you want the best results. So I'm going to share a few things with you before we wrap them. To obtain the best success with these products, you really want to follow the same steps that we're going to do tonight, which is why we're actually doing a visual example for you. First, what you need to do is actually rinse off your skin with water only. Although it seems to make sense to use soap, please do not use soap. You want to just rinse and wipe off your skin with water prior to the actual application of the wrap. So many soaps on the market have moisturizers in them, and although that's good in most cases, unfortunately for this, they block the penetration of the pores and it restricts the cream from reaching through the layers of your skin. So please, please, please rinse with water only before you put these wraps on. Thankfully, Manny has already done this for us, so we get to move on to the next step. Next, we really always encourage our clients to take before photos. Guys, this is a huge deal. You will be shocked if you buy a bag of wraps and you see the before pictures on day 1 and your after pictures after 4 wraps. Please take your before photos in great lighting. You can tell we're really lit up in here tonight. You want to take one photo straight on like he's standing right now and one from the side, just like that. This is something I tell all my product testers for the wraps. You can't show someone how much of an improvement you have made if you don't take before photos. And thankfully, we have also taken his before photos, which we're going to share with you after the video. So again, we're going to get to move on to the next step. But don't forget those first 2 parts. Those are extremely important to your success. The last thing that we need to do is take his body measurements before we wrap him. Guys, I cannot stress this part enough. Please, please, please do not skip this step. So many people lose inches, but because they don't measure themselves first, they have no idea. We're going to measure in 3 places, and this rule is going to apply to men and women, okay? On him today, we're going to measure above the belly button, at the belly button, and below the belly button. And once we have recorded his measurements, we're going to be ready to wrap. So let's check his measurements.
Sure.
Yeah, you can take it. All right, so we're going to start off by going above the belly button, just like you're seeing here. We're just going to go slightly above the belly button. One major point that I make to people is everybody's body is different. You're going to have certain types of skin in certain areas, and you're going to carry fat in different areas. So make sure you take all 3 of those measurements too, guys. It's going to be a big deal. And just for the record, I got this tape measure at the dollar store. So, I mean, they have them right by the register. And, you know, you can go and get a handful of those if you're not sure that, you know, you're going to be able to keep track of them. Definitely don't hold back in this category. Seriously, this is the most important part right here. So we've got 44. We've got 44 inches on the top. I don't know if you guys can see that. And we are obviously showing you this for a reason. We want you to see that these things really work. We've got little over 46 inches right around the belly button area, and actually I think I'm a little high on this side. Right around 46 inches in the belly button area, okay? So we got 44, 46, and I'm like so tempted right now to tickle you, but I won't. And we've got just about 46 on the bottom. So we know for starting for him, we've got 44, 46, and 46. So I'm going to show you something that I like to use individually. And because he's my tester today, I'm going to let him write it down. But basically, I just use a board. when I'm actually working with somebody. I don't know if you guys can see that okay, but it's just the name of the person, the above, at, and below. And a lot of times I do that too because I feel like it's really, really helpful if this person doesn't keep track of their own measurements. Because if they're sending me pictures and they don't remember what they are, then I know that I have a record of them. So it helps me to retain those records and helps me to share with them what they've lost. So you can go ahead and write that on there. I am so excited, guys. I haven't wrapped anybody in a while. I'm so excited. Especially to wrap a man. I'm just going to say right now, this is the first man that I've wrapped. And, you know, it's a nice model. I'm just going to say, you know. So I'm excited. So when you get your Ultimate Body Applicator wraps, it's going to be a package like this, and there's going to be 4 wraps inside. There's going to be 4 individually wrapped inside. One thing I'm going to tell you, please don't open these until you're ready to use them. You know what? You really want them to be as potent as possible, if that's really like a good word to use. You don't want to waste them, so just wait, okay? Make sure you're opening when they're ready. Also, please do not try to save these to use them a second time. They are really one-time use only, although you can save them for an example if you ever want to do a wrap party. Please don't try to use them twice. It's not going to work. It's just going to be a waste of your time. So we are going to be wrapping his stomach today. That is the area that we have chosen to wrap on him. So we went ahead and already took off his shirt. When you're wrapping, you really want to lift the skin and place the wrap in that location specifically. You don't want to just slap it on in the middle of the stomach. The best way for the botanically infused cream to really be effective is by placing it correctly on this transition area, which is right here on the lower part of the stomach. I'm going to show you again. So we're going to lift his skin and place that wrap right in that area. And then we're actually going to take our fab wrap and use this to go around his body and hold the wrap in place. Let me tell you guys, please don't hold back on the fab wrap. I paid $5 for it on the website. It's still $5. Trust me, you don't want to hold back on getting this. It's a ridiculous experience if you don't have it. So once we get him all wrapped up, we're going to have him stay in the wrap for about 45 minutes. Anything beyond the 45 minutes, that's the suggested time, but anything beyond the 45 minutes is going to be really, really helpful for him. The maximum that is suggested is 8 hours. So please be mindful of your time. I know some people like to sleep in them, but just be mindful of your time, because obviously if you go over that time limit, you know, I have not done it before, but, you know, I'm not really sure if you have sensitive skin, it could really bother you. So, you know, just keep in mind at least 45 minutes. And then, you know, if you want to sleep in them overnight, that's okay too. But just try to keep your time in check with that. So we're going to go ahead and wrap him. And I'm going to show you one more time. And just for the sake of his modesty, I'm not exactly going to totally expose him in front of everybody right now. But we are going to, this is the transition area that I was referring to right here. So this is the area that you want to focus on putting that wrap on. Also, when you put your wrap on this person, you want to take the wrap and open it up. You want to put it in that area and you want to lift up. Okay, you are trying to take that skin back to where it's supposed to be. That's what's important here, okay? So you're going to lift it up, pull it back into place, and you're going to pull the sides tight, okay? We're going to pull these sides tight when we get him going. So we're going to go ahead and put it on so you can see what it looks like. We have 4 kids, by the way, here right now. So seriously, we deserve some serious credit right now. So if you hear anything crashing in the background, you can't judge us because we're doing we have 4 kids, okay? And we also have a cat who's trying to claw his way. Yes. And anybody that's been following me on this page knows this cat is so invasive and he has no privacy whatsoever. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of what it looks like when you open it up. It's just going to be inside the foil package there. Again, guys, do not open these until you're ready to use them because they're going to go to waste. You want to use them as soon as you open them. They're just going to be the most effective. So we're going to pull it out. And I'm actually going to have him go ahead and roll. Just roll this down a little bit so that way you can, so I can get up in that area right there. So you're going to notice that when you open up the wrap, there's going to be a side that has a lot of lotion on it, and there's going to be a side that has nothing. And although this may come as a shock to some people, please put the side with the lotion on. You would be shocked to believe that that is possible, that somebody wouldn't understand that, but it's true, it does happen. So This is obviously the side with the lotion on it, so I'm just opening it up and getting it ready to lay on his skin. And as you can see, there is a lot of lotion on here, guys. There is a lot of product on here. So, you know, if you're concerned that this stuff is like sparse, that is not the case. And he can tell you right now, he's standing right next to me.
Yeah.
It is thicker than, what do you like to say all the time?
Thicker than a Snicker.
So you can see on the inside there how we have a lot of that cream. It is some thick stuff, guys. It is no joke, I'm telling you. And also, Manny can tell you right now, because again, he is standing right here. He's getting ready to have it put on his body. The stuff it smells really strong. So you can tell that there is something definitely, there's definitely stuff in here. It's not like we're just smearing some body lotion on here and then just trying to stick it on your body. So I'm going to actually have him turn around just to kind of preserve some of his modesty here and pull down just a little bit. My grandma watches my channel. Be good. Tuck that. And right now, all I'm doing is I'm putting that wrap right in that spot in his stomach, that transition area that we were talking about. And I am stretching it out on the sides. You can probably see my hand coming up on his left side here where I'm stretching it out. And I'm just smoothing it onto his skin. Again, we're going to take that fab wrap in just a second. And we're going to actually put that fab wrap on him too. So that way we kind of get a better feel for everything here. And it holds it into place, obviously, because he doesn't want to sit in the fetal position for, you know, 30 minutes or 45 minutes, I'm sorry. And we're going to just smooth it onto the skin. I'm going to have him turn around just for a second. Not yet, but I'm going to have him turn around just for a second to show you guys how I smooth it onto the skin before we put that fab wrap on, because I want you to see what it looks like. Although I don't really know that we can do that. Yeah. There we go. So you can see this is what the wrap looks like as I first put it on his skin. You can see how I'm smoothing it into that skin there and I'm pulling it up. Again, guys, this is the pulling it up that I was referring to. You really want to pull it up because the tighter that you get it, the better. Obviously, you're not trying to turn this into like a pair of spandex or something, but, you know, the tighter the better because the closer that it's going to be, you know, just the more distribution you're going to get. So I'm going to have him, we're going to take the fab wrap, which again, this is what's $5 on the website, guys. I mean, just get it. It's worth it. I'm telling you, just trust me, it's worth it. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have you spin around for just one quick second, and then I'll let you guys see him again. That is why we brought a model in today. So, and we are just going to go, pull down for me just a little bit lower. And we're going to go all the way around, guys, just like this. You got a hold of that?
Yeah.
And see, sometimes it takes more than one person. So, you know, phone a friend that you feel comfortable with, obviously, you know, somebody that you don't mind helping you out a little bit. Again, this is not required that you have somebody to come and help you. Okay.
Oopsie.
And I ripped it on that one, guys, because I got a little zealous, so
it's all right.
We'll fix it.
Yeah.
Everything's fixable. Okay.
And just like that.
We're not trying to glue it to his skin, but
No.
ta-da! Much better. So I'm going to have him go ahead and, are you in a position here where you can turn, let's actually tuck this just a little bit. Right here. You can go ahead and pull this back up. Oh, okay, that's okay. So I can't really show you guys, but basically what happened is the lower part of his stomach, the wrap is still there, but the fab wrap doesn't want to stay in that position because it's kind of at the, I don't know if you can see me, but it's kind of at the point where his legs are starting to come right in here, okay? Yeah. So where his legs are at, but this is what I'm going to show you is great about what he's wearing right now. We're just going to fold it up, okay? And that holds it in place. So there you go. Shazam, fix, little quick fix right there.
Done and done.
Done and done. All right, awesome. So we got him nice and wrapped up. I'm going to go ahead and rip it off, which as you saw, it's not hard to rip it all. I just ripped it in half a second. I even ripped it a second and a half before that on accident. So We're going to tuck it in. I am going to leave him for a little bit longer than 45 minutes this time because we really want to give him some great results, guys. So, you know, again, you don't have to do that 45 minutes. You can do longer if you want. I mean, again, you can sleep into 8 hours if you want. You know, that's totally up to you. That's your cup of tea, whatever you want to do. But, you know, it's all up to you guys. So we're going to let him sit. We're going to let him put his shirt back on. I'm going to tell you a couple of things really quick. First of all, no sweating, okay? So it might be like 9 or 10 o'clock here right now, but I'm not going to ask him to go cut the grass right now. I'm not going to ask him to do that because he can't sweat. You really don't want to sweat. You don't want to work out. You don't want to do anything where you're going to get wet, okay? Because as your pores start to secrete the oil, you're actually, in some sort of strange way, you're clogging those pores. And then you're blocking those pores from being able to receive the cream that is actually trying to penetrate the pores. So you want to do something that's kind of chill and laid back. You can still do dishes. Yeah. If you want to go do some no, I'm just kidding. We don't have any dishes. So he's on the ball. So he's doing awesome. But, you know, if you've got other stuff around the house you want to do, just make sure it's not something that's going to, you know, get you going in a big sweat, okay? So I think that's about it. Do you want to tell them what it feels like on your body?
It feels like it's opening up my skin a little bit. I can feel the penetration already. So, and it's actually pretty cooling. Like you said earlier, there's a lot of light in here, and I do get hot pretty easily, and I actually feel cool right now. So it's really kind of relaxing as well. So that's,
I've heard a lot of people actually say that. I've heard, I've used the wraps. Sometimes they feel like they're cool to me, but not every time. I don't know if it's just because I have Hashimoto's, so unfortunately I get overheated very easy. But not every time have I felt cool, but I've heard a lot of people say that they get a cooling and tingling sensation to it. Does it, and this is another question that we get asked a lot, does it feel like it's burning?
Yes, it does, a little, but not in a bad way, if that makes sense. It doesn't.
In like a good way.
In like a good way. And yeah, and it actually smells really good.
It does smell really good, so, guys. I'm telling you, my hands smell like it right now, and it actually smells really good.
Yeah, I like it.
So, yeah, I definitely have to agree with you on that. Is there anything else you want to say before you get started? We have your measurements. We have his before photos, guys. And I'm really excited to see what happens.
I think so, too. I think that's my words there. I'm really excited, especially eating right, working out. You always need a little bit more of a boost, especially getting a little bit older now. And I just want to kind of jump off of that. And, you know, there's always a reason why I try to say certain things when I do these videos. There's a reason why we're telling you we have 4 kids in here right now. Obviously, you know, we have our hands full. We've got a lot going on all the time. So although he is working out and he's eating every day, well, yes, of course, we're all eating every day, for God's sake. I hope so. But although he's eating really healthy every day, you know, we really wanted to show you that the point that we're trying to make here is this is exactly why we took his measurements. He's doing all the right stuff already, but sometimes you just need a little bit of help to try to pull that skin in and tighten it up and tone it up. But our point in telling you, and I kind of got off a little off topic there, is that we have 4 kids, so we know what it's like to be busy. We know what it's like that you don't have time. We get that. And that's why we both really love the BOGO wrap, or I'm sorry, we both love the wraps, and they're actually BOGO right now. So that was definitely something I wanted to throw in there. But that's why we love the wraps, because sometimes you just don't have time. I mean, you get home, you barely have enough time to pack lunches. You're trying to get kids in the shower, and you barely have enough time to do anything. Guys, these wraps can go in all kinds of different places. You don't have to just put them on your stomach like we put on him today. Okay? You can't see, you know, it doesn't go low enough, but, you know, he always tells me that, what'd you say? What, that you got a donkey? No. The thicker part. Oh, thicker than a Snicker. Yeah, that's the. So that's usually his line that he tells me. But anyway, yes, that he likes to tell me that I'm thicker than a Snicker. But the reason why I'm telling you that is because I like to use them on my legs too. Sometimes you have those areas in your legs where you feel like maybe it looks like there's a little bit of cellulite, or just areas that you just don't really like the way they look, and you want to tighten and tone that skin up, make it look a little firmer, a little more comfortable, in your own skin. So you can put them on your legs. You can put them on your arms, okay? You can definitely put them on your arms. People put them on their neck. You can put them around your abdomen. I've heard, I haven't done this personally, but I've seen people putting them over their hips. I would probably get in trouble from him if I tried to reduce the
you know, shape or whatever. But anyways, guys, we just really wanted to give you a little bit of insight into our own experience, show you firsthand how these wraps work. We're not just trying to get on social media and just trying to tell you this stuff is great, you should try. No, here is one of my new distributors, somebody that I trust in the business, and I am using him specifically for the fact that he has thick skin. And he's a man, because I want even the men to see that this stuff works on all body types. Just because you're a small female, you know, the body wraps are going to work on you. But if they work on men too, they're going to work on everybody, guys. The only people they don't work on it, and, well, they probably do, but you're not supposed to, is children. So please don't put them on your kids. Nobody 18 years or younger should really be trying them. So, but that sounds great. We're going to chill out for a little bit and, you know, maybe play like some competitive dominoes or something for a little while, watch a movie, and we're just going to hang out. And then in at least 45 minutes, we're going to come back to you guys. We're going to tell you what our time lapse was, so that you know exactly how long you left them on for. We're going to do some after photos. Now, you're not going to see those until the video is posted, but you are going to get to see those. And we're going to do his measurements right on video. So we're not going to be hiding anything or trying to fake anything, y'all. You're going to see the real deal Holyfield right here, okay? So y'all just hang out, and we will be back in a little bit.